Coming up on this episode of Winning Bets, I've got 4 bets for you this weekend. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Jason Matters with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode again. Man, we're feeling good. Our weekend is off to a phenomenal start. We went 4-0 in the KBO this morning. Hopefully you guys are following me on Twitter. That's at Winning Bets Pod. That's at Winning Bets Pod. Man, it felt so good to sweep the KBO this morning, go 4-0. That sets us up for a really monster week. Now we're 11-6 on the week. We've got a huge amount of profits. Let's just continue that on into the weekend, and let's finish the week. And boy, this is going to be a real monster week for us. So let's jump right into it to our 4 bets. Our first bet is in the Premier League, and that's going to take us to West Ham versus Norwich. Look, this is 16th place for West Ham versus 20th place Norwich. Norwich is pretty much already relegated. I mean, you even watched their last game. The players were sulking after the game. You're looking at their body language and their demeanor. It just looks like a team that knows that they're going to be relegated. Meanwhile, West Ham in 16th place. They're right above the drop zone. This is a must-win of all must-win games. They have to get this one. There's only 4 more games left in the season, so I mean, this is like the biggest must-win of all games for West Ham. And you're going up against, like I said, the 20th place. It all just screams that West Ham has to win this game. Also, we also know, West Ham's got the better players and everything. So let's not mess around here. Let's just go West Ham money line, and it comes in at minus 103. So West Ham money line over Norwich comes in at minus 103. All right, guys, our next 3 bets are all going to be of the same theme. You'll definitely recognize the trend here. If you guys recall, when we were betting on the opening weekends of all the European leagues, Bundesliga, La Liga, Premier League, what have you, we bet on the under on a lot of matchups. In fact, we went 6-1 on betting the under across the different various European leagues there in their first weekend of action. Well, last night I actually took an under in the MLS game. It was the Revolution. I believe they were playing New York. Literally don't even know who they're playing. I think I got that matchup right. I do not watch the MLS. I'm just going off a trend here, something we saw in the European leagues. I applied it last night to the MLS. That bet cashed. I did the under 2.5. There was only 1 goal in that game. That bet doesn't count for our total in terms of here on Winning Bets with our win-loss and profits with you guys. But I just wanted to mention I played that bet. I even did tweet it to show you guys. I tweeted it last night. I just wanted to show you, though, that it seems to be that same trend is applying. Look, you're seeing really bad play, crappy play. Offenses are just really out of sync. Everything we were seeing in the European League seemed to have happened last night in that MLS game. Again, I don't watch it. MLS is not a league I watch. We're just going off a trend here. So we're going to keep that same theme going for these next 3 bets. The first bet is Cincinnati versus Crew, under 2.5. That odds come in at minus 113. So Cincinnati Crew minus 2.5 or under 2.5 minus 113. The next one is Toronto versus DC United, under 2.5 coming in at plus 133. So Toronto versus DC United under 2.5 plus 133. And then the third game we'll do is Real Salt Lake is playing the Rapids, under 2.5 coming in at minus 105. So under 2.5 and Real Salt Lake versus Rapids comes in at minus 105. So we're going to see if we can't get that trend to hit here. If you want to play those guys, obviously I encourage you to play all my bets. That's just a real good trend that we were hitting on in the European leagues. Let's just hope they can continue on into this weekend. Fingers crossed, guys. We're setting up to have a monster weekend. It was all set up by a huge 4-0 KBO suite this morning. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at Winning Bets Pod. We'll probably tweet out some more KBO winning bets this weekend, including Friday night tonight, as once the odds come out and look at those matchups. Coming on a little bit later on tonight and the rest of the weekend, we've got the $25,000 NBC Sports Premier League contest coming up. We've also got the $25,000 Finish Line app on the NASCAR race. We've also got the $120,000 Fox Bet Super 6 contest on the NASCAR race. And then there's a $1,000 Yahoo Fantasy Slate contest, primarily is involving the UFC fight. Then it's got some other extra questions. So we'll come out with 4 videos a little bit later on that'll involve those fantasy games and all those big jackpots. But man, it's just been a great week so far. Great morning. Let's just have a great weekend. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Follow me on Twitter at winningbetspod, and we'll talk with you guys a little bit later. If I don't, other than seeing you on those fantasy games, those videos, we'll see you guys on Monday for Monday Sunday, where we'll sum up this great week we're having. All right, guys, I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.